Batman's village, once a settlement of timber and canvas, is now a great city. The same river flows placidly on, still bearing its aboriginal name of Yarra. Batman Avenue runs between the trees beside it. At the southern entrance to the city, Prince's Bridge spans the river. The spires of St. Paul's Cathedral tower above the skyline, and the city goes to work. The old unsightly railway sheds and wooden platforms have gone. In their place stands Flinders Street Railway Station, named in honour of Captain Matthew Flinders, Royal Navy, who died forgotten and disappointed in the land of his birth, but honoured in death by the young country whose shores he charted for the first time. In ageless bronze, he stands outside St. Paul's Cathedral, facing the wind and sun, well satisfied with the progress made, while the traffic streams past below him. Lieutenant Governor Collins vigorously opposed the settlement of this Port Phillip district. By a strange twist of fate, our loveliest street bears his name. Captain Flinders had urged the immediate colonization of this fertile district. The following year, Collins was sent out with 2 ships to establish a settlement, fully convinced the project would be a failure. In October 1803, he landed at Sorrento, and 5 months later, his recommendation to abandon the young colony was approved. His lack of judgment delayed settlement till Batman came from Van Diemen's Land 32 years later. Unlike Collins, Sir Richard Burke was a staunch champion of the young village. Burke Street bears his name as a token of esteem and the popularity he gained when he visited the settlement in 1837 as Governor of New South Wales. He personally instructed Mr. Robert Hoddle to survey and lay out the site for a new township. Batman's village became Melbourne. To them, we owe our wide streets and symmetrical planning. Near the spot where Sir Richard camped during his visit, the noble pile of State Parliament House stands at the east end of Burke Street. In 1850, the colony of Port Phillip became Victoria in honour of the Queen and separated from New South Wales by imperial enactment. The first Victorian Parliament met here 6 years later. Over 100 years have passed. A new governor arrives from England and is welcomed with state ceremonials. Three sides of Melbourne are laid out in picturesque public gardens, covering almost 1/4 of the city area. On the south side of the River Yarra, State Government House occupies a commanding position, overlooking the famous Botanic Gardens. When Batman landed, a mission station to the Aborigines was established here, and the same site was later selected by Governor La Trobe for public gardens. Today they are recognized as one of the finest in the world. Waterfowl of all varieties abound. Wild duck find sanctuary during the open season. These gardens are one of our greatest civic assets and an everlasting monument to the men who made and keep them. Our public buildings are fine examples of classic architecture, the library, art gallery and museum in Swanston Street, the City Hall on the corner of Collins Street, the State Treasury at the east end of the same street, and the Post Office in Elizabeth Street. Each has a history of its own. Matthew Flinders circled a vast new continent with a chain of white sea foam and mapped the shores forever. In 1901, 87 years after his death, the final link was forged. State borders became mere lines on the map, and the country he served so well was united. River, mountain, bay, island, town, street, and a great naval base all bear his name. He will never be forgotten in the land he called Australia.